So, students of class 6, the same lesson, the flying machine. And in this presentation, we are going to learn something about what happened to the flyer. Now, in the previous presentation, we had we had read that the emperor called the guards and asked them to hold that flyer. Now, the guards seized the flyer here and called the executioner, said the emperor. Now, the guards seized the flyer and asked them to call the executioner. "What's this?" cried the flyer. Bewildered, he was actually shocked. He could not believe what was happening. So he cried, "Oh, what have I done?" He began to weep, so that the beautiful paper apparatus rustled. And he started weeping, and the paper apparatus rustled. "Here is the man who has made a certain machine," said the emperor, "and yet asks us what he has created. He doesn't know himself. It is only necessary that he create without knowing why he has done so or what this thing will do." Now the emperor is saying this and explaining the things that the man had created something, created a machine, and he is asking what actually he doesn't know what he has created, and it's necessary that he only creates and doesn't know what it can do. So this is what the emperor is telling. The executioner came running with a sharp silver axe. Now the executioner came there. He stood with his naked legs, muscled arms ready, his face covered with a serene white mask. Now you can see that executioner coming with that axe, sharp silver axe, and he had very muscled arms, large muscled arms he had, which were ready. "Now, one moment," said the emperor. He turned to a nearby table upon which sat a machine that he himself had created. Now, he went to a nearby table on which that machine he had himself created was there. The emperor took a tiny golden key from his own neck. He fitted his key to the tiny, delicate machine and wound it up. Then he set the machine going. The machine was a garden of metal and jewels, set in motion. Birds sang in tiny metal trees. Wolves walked through miniature forests, and tiny people ran in and out of the sun and shadow, fanning themselves with miniature fans, each sending two tiny emerald birds, and standing by impossibly small but tinkling fountains. Now the emperor had himself created that machine that could be opened up by that golden key that he took from his neck, and there uh, when the machine gets going, the machine was a garden of metal and jewels. One could see this garden of metal and jewels, and set in motion. Birds sang in tiny metal trees. The trees were of metal, and there the birds sang. Wolves walked through miniature forests, very small-sized forests. The wolves walked, and tiny people ran in and out of sun and shadow, fanning themselves with miniature fans. So this is what the emperor had created. "Now, is it not beautiful?" said the emperor. "If you asked me what I have done here, I could answer you well. I have made birds sing, I have made forests murmur, I have set people to walking in this woodland, enjoying the leaves and shadows and songs. That is what I have done." Now, if someone asks what the emperor has made, then he can say that he has made this garden where he has made the birds sing, and he has made forests to murmur, and people to walk in the woodland and enjoying the leaves and shadows and songs. So this is what he will say. The same question asked to that flyer, he could not answer like this. Now let us move on to the next slide to see what is there. So here it is. "But oh, emperor," pleaded the flyer, the tears pouring down his face. Now tears rolled down his face. "I have done a similar thing. I have found beauty." Now he has found beauty. I have flown on the morning wind. He had flown on the morning wind. I have looked down on all the sleeping houses and gardens. Now he had seen what? Sleeping houses and gardens. I have smelled the sea and even seen it. And beyond the hills from my high place, he could see the seas also. And I have soared like a bird. Oh, I cannot say how beautiful it is up there in the sky. With the wind about me, the wind blowing me here like a feather, there like a fan, the way the sky smells in the morning, and how free one feels. That is beautiful, emperor. That is beautiful too. Beautiful too. So here, the flyer also explains his creation that it was beautiful. That whatever he had made, uh, he had found beauty out of that. Now he was flying high up in the sky, and from there he could see the houses, sleeping gardens, and he could see the seas also beyond the hills, and he could soar like a bird. Now everything was beautiful from that position, and he could feel the breeze. He could actually mm, he could feel the way the sky smells in the morning, and how one feels free when he is up in the sky like that. So he expressed his feelings in this way. Yesterday, Emperor sadly, I know it must be true. The Emperor is saying this, that it is true, for I felt my heart move with you in the air, and I wondered. Now he felt what? He felt his heart wandering in the air. The what is it like? How does it feel? How do the distant poles look from so high? He also was thinking about all this. The how is it like? How does it feel? How do the distant poles look from so high? And how my houses and servants like ants, and how the distant towns not yet awake. Then spare me. Now the emperor could feel all this that the flyer had said. Now that was true. He knew. Then finally, this flyer is asking for mercy. Then spare me, spare his life. That is what he requested. So with this, the presentation has come to an end, and come up with new things in the next presentation. Till that time, I would like to say bye. Thank you, students.